Hello everyone, I'm Lee Hogan and welcome to MXTV. I'm joined as usual by Brendan Bell. And Belly, tonight's show is going to be as big as ever.
Oh, it is, Lee. I tell you what, we've got heaps of great stuff. As in tonight's show, we're going to talk to a couple of Aussies that are living the dream in the USA. Lee, you'll be showing us how to hit those sandy berms for speed and not show. Mac is going to show you how to get the best price possible when you're selling your bike. We spend some time with Pro Circuit Kawasaki's Tyler Rattray, and in our bike review, we put the KTM EXCF 4-stroke through its paces. All this and more, mate. I always say it, but it's going to be big.
It's going to be huge, Belly. We start off tonight's show with a young Aussie that's dominating the GNCC Series in the USA. He's just clinched the championship. He's proud, he's patriotic, and he's very fast. Let's have a chat with Josh Strang.
I came over here at 18 and to leave mum and dad and the country was tough, and I come over here with no money and not really any idea, not knowing really anyone. And I've come now, I've got some really good friends here and really good like family type people and a good team. And
it's not too bad, it looks like chocolate.
This will be my second year here in California, and California compared to old Inverell in New South Wales is a fair bit different. The first couple of years I was on the East Coast, it was more relaxed, not so pin it to get anywhere, and it was enjoyable living there, but I live here now in California for the riding and my career, so.
What about the ladies, mate? The ladies out here aren't too bad either.
Yeah, they get you into trouble, that's for sure, but I can't complain, especially California, the females look after themselves out here, so it's good.
2010 championship, tell us a little bit about it.
I had 5 race wins last year, which was good. I mean, I won the championship with a round to go. I wanted to win more races, but I mean, that's how it went. I got the main thing done. I won the championship for myself and Suzuki. It was really important and really something I was happy about.
Dad must be proud of what you've achieved.
Yeah, he was there for the race where I wrapped up the championship, and I'm sure it meant as much to him as it did to me. So, I mean, to have him there for that was really good.
You're #1 for GNCC, probably the biggest series for off-road racing. What's the pay like, mate? Are you living it up or what?
I don't know, the economy's still tough over here, so I'm making a living and I mean, I'm not walking around the street asking for money and that, but I get paid to race dirt bikes, and I mean, if I came into this sport wanting to make millions, then I got into it for the wrong reasons. If I race well and win races, then I can make some decent money, and definitely no rock star. I mean, I grew up in the bush and I spend my money wisely. And I mean, I have a few toys in the garage and that sort of stuff, but I mean, you got to have fun, and at the end of the day, I'm racing motorcycles, so I'm having fun and making a living, so it's what I want to do.
Now, you're a little bit different to the other GNCC riders in that you just bust out motos at a motocross track. Why do you do that?
I figure if you forget how to ride in the bush, you end up hitting trees and then you get injured. So I think the motocross is good for my speed and works for me, and I enjoy doing that as well. I just got back 2 days ago from a boot camp style training up with my trainer up north, about 8 hours from here. So the boot camp was pretty tough, and it's not super fun going up there and doing that, but I mean, it gets the job done, and I feel really good now. So now I'll start riding a lot more on the bike, and we'll just be doing the gym and cycling and that, running still and that sort of stuff. We're here at Paris today, just breaking in a new bike. It's good to get on a new bike, and we'll get some stuff on it for tomorrow and do some photos. Next week, hopefully, I'll be good to go and hammer down and get the work done.
Now, mate, also I noticed that you don't have your own personal mechanic like the motocrossers. What's going on there? You do a lot of work on the bike yourself.
Before I moved over here, I worked for my dad at Strang motorcycles for about 2.5 years as a mechanic. It keeps you down to earth and it doesn't give you that rock star status. And I mean, I like it. You get time off at home and you got nothing to do, so you can work on your bike. And I see all the kids around here lately, and I don't think they could even pull their seat off their bike and change their filter. So I'm proud to say that I can do that stuff and change tyres and work on it if I have to. Doesn't mean I like doing it, but I do it. I've been talking about coming back. We have a summer break each year in GNCC, and I maybe do more E-National. It'll be like a home race. I mean, it just depends where I go with racing, whether I want to stay inside the industry or whether I do end up meeting some American girl, I don't know. So we'll just see. I mean, I still love racing and I still love riding, so I think that's the important thing. And I definitely want to win more championships before I'm done and see where it gets me or where it takes me. Not really sure what's in store for me, so we'll see.
Yeah, big thanks to Josh there. And make sure you check out the second part of that interview later on in the year. Okay, now Daniel Reardon is a rider that most Australian Supercross fans would be familiar with, but unfortunately he hasn't had the best luck with injury and results. And we were lucky enough to catch up with him a little bit earlier on to find out how he's been getting on.
There's tough times over here, and racing is my life, and I love it a bit. But there's a time where I've got to make somewhat of a sensible choice. I just went with a team that I believe in, and hopefully they believe in me, and they could be there for the long haul. So bike's good, equipment's good, team structure, everything's really, really good. So that's the sort of things I look for in a team. And then being so new, like I've been on new teams before, but this team is definitely way ahead of a so-called new team should be. They're right up to scratch with everybody else out there, which makes my job a lot easier as well. For me to race here was more so my idea than the team's idea. The team's been really great about the fact of me racing, even though I'm not really contracted to do so. It's not easy to getting bikes ready and being short on personnel and all the rest of it, so the team has really made a big stretch for me to be here. So I'm just trying to return the favour and everything I can, to be out there and get those good results. When I first come over, people told me it was, this is what it's going to be like, this and that, but it's hard. You can tell someone as much as you like, but you never really understand it. Once you're in it yourself, things are completely different, and I think that's just the way it is with Ty. We hang out a bunch as well. We're always riding together, and he's had, really good support. People put him in the right direction. He has to do it by himself, It's just one of those things, you just learn as you go. I try and help out when I can. I'm still learning every day as well. I would like to think it helps a little bit, just being familiar. I've been in those situations before. It's always nice when you have like a family sort of team environment. That definitely makes it easy to turn to somebody and get things figured out if you have problems. Unfortunately, I got injured a week before Anaheim, which wasn't anyone's plan. We just went out there on a Sunday just to do some testing. The track was a little soft and didn't make this jump that I was supposed to be making, and I was like pitched in pretty bad. So I had to jump over the front, which is normally not a good scenario for anybody. Landed on my feet, but when you're up high and going fast, it's hard to land nicely. Hit the ground pretty hard. I tore my meniscus and tore a nice piece of cartilage out. So got in pretty quick and had the meniscus cleaned up and removed that cartilage and kind of cleaned that area up as well. So I was on the bike 3 weeks after surgery, which is pretty soon. Still not 100%, but good enough to race, and I'm happy with the progress that we've been getting so far. There's a lot of breaks in between the motocross, so I've got to try and do something with my time in between the weekends, but it's been 3, maybe 4 years since I've done motocross in Australia, so it'll be a little bit of a change, but my plan is to come back over here when the series finishes in Australia and finish out the motocross here. I have the opportunity to race in Australia and here, which is just perfect for me. I'd like to stay around for a long time. I'm really happy the way things have been and the way things are going. So awesome team. I wouldn't change anything. Made the right decision. Looking forward to getting some good results and staying injury free and all that good stuff. So looking forward to a good solid year.